Hey guys, how we doing? So today was the big day. Today is the day that the puppies had their aptitude test done. For more information on that, you can go back and look at some of my other videos. Like, I've done tons of videos on this. So they're 49 days old, which is 7 weeks, and they have something called the Volhard's puppy aptitude test done with them, and this is just a great future predictor of adult behaviors. And in all the years I've been doing this, it's never once led me astray. It's always been accurate. So I've had people ask if I could go over the test results, and I will say, grossly overall, a lot of them scored very, very similar. It's always kind of a wild card. Like, it's very interesting when you engage with these puppies every day, when, you know, I'm the one that's with them every day and I know them and they know me. Their behaviors are very, very different, and they're always together in a litter. So part of the aptitude test is you take them to a place that you've never been before. They've never been before. And the tester is somebody that they're not familiar with, and they're separated. So the tests are one-on-one. So you get a very, very different kind of look at their behaviors and how they engage with things when they're all by themselves and they don't have each other to lean on. So a lot of times I'll go into things and I'll be like, oh, I think this one's going to be very dominant. I think this one's going to be such and such. And there's a lot of times that I'll end up being pretty surprised with things. But overall, this litter, so I've used this female before. And had great results with her last litter that she had. Was very, very happy with everybody. But this litter, the father's different. So I've never used this father before. And this father of this litter is also a mix. So he's Anatolian Shepherd Dog and Caucasian Ovcharka Shepherd Dog, which is just another breed of livestock guardian dog. Another very intense breed of a livestock guardian dog. These puppies together on a whole of the litter, I would say, I was a little bit surprised on just how they're more independent than some of my other litters have been. Like some of the other litters, the puppies are very in your pocket and very I want to say friendly, but just more in your pocket. They want to be with their people a lot more. And overall, this litter is just more independent. More they kind of want to do their own thing. You know, this is also a litter of predominantly females. So I have not had that happen before where it's mainly females. I've had very male dominant litters before, but not female dominant litters. We only have 3 males in this whole thing. The rest are females. So I knew overall this litter was going to be a handful because females tend to be more intense. They tend to be a little more difficult to deal with sometimes. And yeah, this was pretty accurate, this litter. So yeah, overall that's pretty much the mix that we got here. Are girls that are independent, unbothered by most things. Like one of the things of the aptitude test is setting off loud noise, like a loud noise. There's all different stimulus that you can use to recreate any kind of a loud noise. And what you want to see basically is how do they react to loud noise? Do they run and hide in a corner somewhere? Do they bark, growl, and try to attack whatever it is? And overall, this whole group, they'd kind of be sitting in the testing area, a loud stimulus would go off, they would look in the direction, and then just kind of sit there like, and now what? Which, for a livestock guardian dog, you kind of want stuff that is not easily bothered by things. You want something that's like, oh, I hear a noise. Oh, okay. Like, you don't want something that, I think it's like a kind of a misunderstanding that people think that livestock guardian dogs should be this intense 100% killing machine all the time. And I've gone rounds and rounds with people on social media about this stuff. They're not these hunters. They're not these hunting predatory killers. That's not what they're created to do. That's not what they're meant to do. That's not what you want them to do. They should be guardians, not hunters. Like, it's very, I think, misunderstood. So they don't go out hunting things. They're not like lions. They're not cougars. They're not over in Turkey, they're called the Turkish lion, but it's because they move that way, and sometimes they can kind of stalk that way, but they're not like, let me go take out a wolf so I can eat it. Like, that's not the thing. I've never had one of my dogs take out a threat, and they've taken out many. They've never eaten it. They'll bring it to me, they'll lead me to it, kind of like, hey, look what I just did, check that out. It was a pretty heavy night last night. But they never, like, seek it out. They don't get off on killing things. It's just something that they have to do. They don't necessarily enjoy it, but they don't mind it, if that makes any sense. So anyway, they all responded to these things as I would think that they would do. Another part of the test is like rolling a ball, for instance, and what do they do with that ball? Are they chasing after it and attacking it? Are they ignoring it? Are they watching it and following it? Are they going and grabbing it and bringing it back to you? There's like all different things. I've never had a livestock guardian dog that goes and grabs a ball and brings it back to me. Never had that happen, but they'll watch it. I've had some that will like chase after it and see what it is, but overall they just kind of watch, see where it goes, what it does, and that's it. Overall, these puppies are just chill, quiet, unbothered, not real exciting puppies, and that's what we want. They're not usually hyper, they're not usually these crazy high-strung puppies. They're just not. That's not how I raise them, and I don't want them to be that way. Like, I do not enjoy puppies that are hyper and jumping on me and acting stupid. I don't like it. And so I very much recommend people then, when they go on to their next homes, to have the same kind of chill energy. Like, if you have children in your home, do not encourage your kids to be roughhousing, rough play. I don't encourage tug toys. It's just a chill environment. Just woosah. That's what we want here. Brings up nice puppies that way, and much easier to control and deal with. So yeah, overall, that's pretty much what we got. I will say, overall, everyone pretty much did as I would think they did. The 3 males in the group all scored. They all came in as being confident, independent, which is exactly where I would want my males to be, but also very loving, which is very typical for your male with the Anatolians. People, again, misunderstand and think that the males will be the big killers and bad guy slayers, and if you want something that intense, go with a female. The males tend to be like, I'm big, I'm brawny, I'm here to take out things if you need me to, but wake me up so I can do that for you. They just tend to be cuddlers and lovers, and so I'm just looking over the papers now. Yeah, the 3 males all scored as just being very confident, although independent, but also loving too, and enjoying their snuggles and being with people. And my females all pretty much scored being more independent. 2 of them scored a little more on the shy side, so they're not going to be real dominant girls, which is perfect for a home if you already have a dominant female. You don't want 2 dominant females. That's going to end in a bloodbath. So again, they each have their strengths, they each have their weaknesses, and the key is finding which home is going to pair them the best with what they need. So that's where now my job is to kind of now find the best fit. There was one female that kind of stood out from the rest a little bit. She will be a dominant girl, a little bit more of a force to reckon with, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful with where she gets placed, making sure that she's going to be probably, more of an only girl kind of a situation, because she's going to be a dominant girl, which is not a bad thing whatsoever. So yeah, so now my work sets in where I get to kind of weed through this stuff. I will post, I went live on TikTok and I did not the whole aptitude test because my battery died 3/4 the way through. But I'm going to download that on my YouTube channel, and I will share that. You can find that there. But otherwise, all right, I'm going to get in here, start scoring, and assign puppies to homes. And so excited, guys. Thanks for tuning in.